So maybe you find that you're not making progress and you're struggling a little bit, and oftentimes it's like banging your head against the wall. So what we're going to outline now is, okay, if that is the case, what should you do and what do you need to look at? So first item on the agenda is, are you consistent, number one? So consistency trumps all. So here, what we're looking at, doing a little and doing it often. Here, consistent with your training means, are you attending your 3 gym sessions or 3 online sessions per week? But with that is understanding, okay, what should you do on a good week and what should you do on that not so good week? So for example, that comes down to setting your minimum standards, and we do this with every single client when they start with us. Is they agree with us on the phone what their good week looks like, which might be their 3 gym sessions and 2 cardio sessions, whatever it is, whatever is feasible for them. But then we discuss, okay, on the terrible week, crazy busy week in work, what's your minimum standards? Maybe that minimum standard is just you're walking every day with 1 catch-up gym session at the weekend, and that's okay. But it's important to acknowledge what a good week and what a not so good week looks like. Second thing is, if you feel like you're not making progress, is, are you typically that weekend warrior? What this means is 80% of the time, Monday to Friday, your happy days, you're flying, but then on the weekends, it comes around to Friday evening, takeaway, Saturday takeaway, few drink, few cans, and are you basically throwing away that progress that you made during the week and not tracking things at the weekend and not holding yourself accountable to the weekend? Again, it's very easy to slip up at the weekend, so look into that as well. Maybe as well, another item is, are you being honest with your coach and giving the right numbers, the right detail? Are you telling them enough detail so that they know what's going on in the background? Not that we need to know everything, but if it's hugely stressful week in work, we kind of need to know that as a coaching team, so we give you the right goals for you. So make sure to be honest with your coach all the time, as best as you feel comfortable with. Then what we have is the idea of losing weight. For a lot of people, that's where they get really frustrated. I'm not losing weight, things on the scales, etc. Again, we're not nutritionists or dietitians, but we can give you some good advice on this, which comes directly again from the Fit Clinic, which oversee all the nutrition stuff. So the first thing is just make sure you're eating wholesome food. That goes without saying. Also here is, one of our big things that we notice with clients is, especially if they send in any photos of the food they're eating, which is now and again, is cooking. Do you know how to cook? For example, what we mean by this is, do you know how to make half decent eggs rather than being really rubbery? So look into a couple of cooking videos about how to make things a little bit tastier and actually a little bit more palatable. Finally, as well, with the nutrition is tracking calories. Are you tracking calories and are you weighing things? Are you doing this with your coach so they can help you to guide it? Or are you leaving out a couple of biscuits here and there? Are you forgetting that you're maybe cooking all your food and frying all your food? Look into that too. Finally, as well, the last couple of things talking about goals is, do your goals actually align with each other? Meaning, are you currently trying to lose weight or are you trying to build muscle mass? A key example of this from training terms is, are you trying to run a faster 5K, but at the same time you're trying to max out your squat? The two can kind of contradict each other. Yes, they can complement each other in some circumstances, but make sure they're not contradicting each other. And finally as well, make sure it's a SMART goal. Key example that we have with this with clients, especially in a gym setting, is you're trying to run a faster 5K, but you could do with maybe losing 5 or 6 kilos. If you lose 5 or 6 kilos, your 5K time will get a little bit faster. It's sometimes an awkward conversation we can have with people along the lines of 5K times, but also maybe doing a couple of pull-ups. So just make sure it's a SMART goal too. Hopefully those few tips help, guys. Have a think about it and work with your coach through your coaching calls.